See Jasmine anywhere.
She's probably on some internet.
Oh, here she is.
Oh, there she is.
There we go.
Jazz is here.
Well, okay.
Just a sec. Just give her a chance to. I did say admit.
Joining.
Here she is. Okay.
Hey!
Take 1 second. And now
You want to speak, Jazz, so we can hear you?
Yeah, can you hear me? I'm just
I hear you clearly.
Okay, now I'm going to admit all, Tammy, and you guys are live. The moment I say admit all, everybody's on.
Okay, so we're going live.
Okay, now I'm going to do is I'm going to 1 second. Okay. All.
Maybe it's good we see each other.
Okay, 1 second. Unmute Jasmine. Unmute Kevin.
Hey, everybody.
Okay. Just 1 second.
Just making sure we're unmuting the speakers.
See. Just continue to see, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's confirm that everybody's on.
Okay.
Oh, all there.
Love to see all of you.
Okay, so
Can they hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you,
All
Tammy.
right. Okay. Wasn't sure if everybody could hear me.
We're good.
Oh, so awesome to
So,
see all of you.
let's
Very
confirm-
excited.
Let's confirm everybody can hear you.
Ah, that's a
Can
couple.
everybody hear me?
The
Just-
audience.
Yes. Loud and clear.
Okay, good.
Awesome.
So I'm going to start the recording. Record it on the cloud.
Okay. We got this all recorded
And it's
too,
official.
so we can move forward and be able to share this with everybody. I just want to say good morning to everybody and welcome all the ladies and the gentlemen around the world. I just want to say you guys are the most special people, and I just want you to know that, because often we tend to judge ourselves and put ourselves down, and I just want you to know that every single day you are the most awesome person in the world. So take that in every single day. These are some of the best practices that I've been doing over the years that have helped me grow on a personal level, because I get it. When you're going through a growth zone, we tend to find the things that are not so good at what we do. And I know that all of you can relate to that. So I just wanted to remind you how important you are, how special you all are. And I'm really happy to see all of you come together here on a global basis. Welcome, the Philippines. I know the Philippines group were on pretty early. I just want to say welcome to you, Canadian friends, US friends, Jazz from Brazil. Always nice to see you. And our African friends, I just wanted to say welcome to everybody. So I think it is 10:04, so we're just going to go ahead and get started. Today is a very special day. Jasmine, Kelly, and Lucy, and myself communicated a few days ago and wanted to start our first Zoom presentation. And the reason why is, as you all know, with everything going on in the world today, everything is shifting online. Before we used to do calls, now it's Zoom, and now it's live, doing a lot of lives, and people are doing this around the globe. So we have Jasmine Tiberge from Brazil that are joining us today to share with you some insights, some of her passion and excitement of what she's doing to create momentum in her business. We have Kelly Ronson out of London, Ontario, Canada, who's going to be sharing some insights with all of you and some tips that have worked for her in building her momentum. And Lucy, so nice to see you from Quebec City. Never know which country you're in. I know that you are a global trotter as well. And that's one thing that I really, really miss, is the traveling part of what we do as professional network marketers as we start building global businesses. And I'm Tammy Seller-Gingra from Daytona Beach, Florida, heading back to Canada next Wednesday. but I'm going to enjoy, as you can see, the beautiful sunshine. I'm going to enjoy that for the next few days while I'm here. I just want to share with everybody, I'm sure you already know, but network marketing is such an incredible profession. And there's more and more women that are joining home-based businesses, especially with everything going on in the economy today. More and more women are joining. 73% are women that are building home-based businesses. And we could probably figure that out is because we need to spend time with our families. You know, we need to be able to make some money. And it costs a lot of money to send your kids out, to be able to go to a job and be away from your family. So more and more women are coming home and they're building successful businesses from home. And $117 million are paid out to women. And I know women are looking to earn money. That's why we leave our families. That's why we leave our house, to be able to do that. And so now we can bring this back home. This is our very first Zoom live through the Strong Max Women here in Canada, US. We did one about a week ago in Nigeria, and with all the top female leaders, but we want to start doing it more and more, and start doing more interviews, giving you tips on, you know, how to build your businesses from home. And I just want to say hi to all of our friends too. I know a lot of you have friends on Facebook that are not part of your business, but could really benefit from the information that we're going to share with you today. So I'm honored to be able to introduce your first lady who's going to be speaking with you today. Jasmine Tiberge, always on fire, full of love. You know, I hope you don't mind, Jazz, me saying your age, because I know you're so proud. Jasmine's 60 or 61? 60.
61, I'm gonna be 62 next month.
Oh my gosh. And she's so young at heart. She's always active. And those of you who know her, she's full of love. She's a restorative dental hygienist for 40 years. And she built her Max business very passionately around the world. Jazz, so honored to have you here.
Thank you so much, Tammy. Thank you for organizing this. And I too am honored to be here with all of you, making a difference, sharing a message around the world that we hope touches lives and really gets women in action to live their life and fulfill their dreams. So thank you again. I am really excited because this all started for me. I've been now with Max 10 years, and this started for me at the beginning of April when Tammy, you and Chris hosted Eric Worre's challenge, you know, sponsored 20 and 30 days. So from that point, I got on fire and I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to play hard and I'm going to reach that goal. So when I first started 10 years ago with Max, I had sponsored 12 new associates in 2 months. And I said, I'm going to beat that. So that was really it for me. But it wasn't about me sponsoring and getting new business partners in. It was about those associates that came in as business partners, the difference that it was going to make for them. I know that whoever chooses to take Max and run with this and move forward, their dreams will be fulfilled. They will never look back. They will have the life of their dreams. It will be enriched. Their soul will be full of joy. They will touch other people's lives. So really, with having 8 new business partners in 1 month, it is totally about them because I absolutely know that their future is bright. It's secure and it's exciting. So yeah, with Max, we now have the opportunity to create a future that they can have their dreams come true, as I said. So that's where my drive started. For me, back in April, it was about having real conversations with people. And so the 2 things that I do, one is that I am having Zoom, we're calling them coffee chats. So they're one-on-ones that we're doing, but you sit down, whether you got your cup of coffee or a glass of water, and you connect with somebody. And it could have been people that were on the team that were no longer active. It could have been women that I have met through other networking groups or other activities that I just never really connected with, or just because of what's going on now. It was about reaching out, just phoning people. And it's like, hi, how are you? What's going on? What's happening? And all my conversations were based around Ford. And Ford is something new that I've learned. It's family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. So what are your dreams? What are your unfulfilled dreams that have no longer been fulfilled? What are the things in life that you want to do for yourself that you haven't yet reached? So it was really about sparking their dreams, especially because everybody's not running. This whole thing has happened for a reason, and it's for people to slow down and reevaluate and what really matters to me. And now they have the time to do it. So when I was having these conversations, and it's really coming from compassion and listening. And I mean, Tammy, you've always taught us that. It's like, I now really get what you mean when you say it's really easy to build this business, just connect with people. But you won't get it. You won't get it by thinking about connecting with people. You won't get it by talking about that you're going to connect with people. You really, really get it when you actually connect with people. When you just by doing it, go out there and do them, have the calls. And when I started doing those Zoom one-on-ones and these coffee chats, I remember getting to the point thinking, this is so easy. Like really building Max is just me chatting with my friends, but it wasn't just idle chat. It was chat with having a conversation with a purpose, moving them through that Ford acronym. And it totally was about connecting with people, being compassionate, listening, connecting with them. And it just went from there. It was just so easy to roll that into what Max has to offer. The second thing that I did, the second activity, was that I started doing Facebook Live. And like Tammy said, I am 61. I am so social media inept. You have absolutely no idea. Got involved with a women's networking group, and we had a small group that every morning we had to make a commitment and say to the group, I promise to myself and to you that this is what I'm going to accomplish for today. So in there, we were doing Facebook Live. So I got comfortable with doing it in a small group. Then Lady Gaga has her, it was on April 18th, and she has that television special, and it was, One World Together at Home. And so there was all these musicians from around the world. That inspired me. And then from there, I said, I'm going to go do Facebook Live. Had no clue what I was doing. I am like Richard Branson, just say yes and figure it out later. So on Sunday, April 19th, I go and because I'd done my little Facebook Live groups, go and do Facebook Live, and I sing Sunny. And it's like, I'm singing them a song. I'm sharing with my friends all the love. I have no idea when it's all finished. It's all about, phone somebody, connect with them that you love them. And it was just a message to feel connected because so many people were isolated. Then from there, I don't know if I posted it. Like truly, I have no clue if this is on Facebook. Am I going to lose it? Is it there? Is it not there? So I phoned Janet, one of the girls on our team. I go, Janet. And when I panic, I don't know what I'm doing. So I just keep repeating the same thing over and over. I phone and I go, Janet, I just did a Facebook Live. I go, is it there? Is it on my Facebook page? And she goes, yeah. She goes, it's right here. She goes, it's on your news feed. I go, what's that mean? And she goes, it's just, where you post your messages. And it's like, I don't know what that means. And she goes, and she's scrolling down and she goes, oh, as a matter of fact, it's here 3 times. I go, oh, great. It's like, so truly, I didn't have a clue what I was doing, but I just went out there and I kept doing it. Now, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning, and sometimes we're doing it Wednesday or Friday afternoon, we're testing different times to see what works. I'm giving a message. It's just my Facebook following or friends, whatever you call it, went from 700 and something that I used to like once in a while to I have over 1,000 people. I don't know how. I don't know how it happened. It just happened. People wanted to connect, and I'm doing what you said, Tammy. Don't just connect with them, but actually send them a message. And so from there, the Facebook Lives are really in my personal page about giving a message of inspiration, dreams, dancing, being happy, moving, whatever. But now we're starting to do interviews. So Olga had interviewed me a couple of days ago, and it's like, how do you stay young and have vitality? So we're doing interviews on Facebook Live, where we're giving little messages about Max. We're just starting to talk about it without specifically, we're not selling Max, we're sharing how our life is enriched because of Max. So those are the 2 things I'm doing. Don't worry if you don't know social media. just take that nesty plunge, just jump in and do it, and just go out there and share. I mean, we have products that are anti-aging, that raise your vitality, that help you to have a strong immune system, which is so important right now, that burn fat off and keep it off. And we have the most exquisite cosmetic line in the world. What woman out there isn't interested in, if not all of these things, most of these things? So this is just, and they're all scientifically validated, like they work. So this is just so easy for us to do as women. So ladies, I'm just encouraging you, go out there and share. This isn't work. This is getting things done that matter for you. You are strong. You are continually putting your max in to everything that you do in life, for yourselves, for your family, for people that matter to you. And you are all powerful women. So come join us on this life-changing mission as Strong Max Women. I'm sending you all love. Jasmine Taverge, reach for the max and let's go do this.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jasmine. And I believe that you're going to introduce Kelly to the group.
Yes, I'm very excited to introduce our next speaker. Her name is Kelly Ronson. Kelly originally comes from the corporate world. She's been in the corporate sector for over 30 years. She is now a platinum associate with Max International. So her next step is to become a diamond. A brilliant lady who has built, Kelly has built Max in Canada, but she has also built a business internationally where she supports women and again, lifts them, empowers them. But Kelly has brilliant strengths with structure and sharing Max in a very, very simplistic way that it's like step by step by step, and take these steps and you will achieve success like she has. So Kelly, I give the floor to you, and I'm so looking forward to everything that you have to share with us today.
Thank you so much, Jasmine. And you always share with your heart. You're a beautiful, beautiful woman, and I love you dearly.
Right back at you.
Thank you. And Jasmine mentioned I come from the corporate sector, and you know, this industry has really changed me. I mean, from what I was 10 years ago to now, it's an industry that really is about serving others. And I realize that more than ever now. So the things that I'm going to talk about today are the steps that I've been taking in these times. And one is about the seniors. The seniors, they need a lot of help right now, and that's what I've been doing. I've always kind of helped the seniors that have been around in my area, but more so now because their families can't reach them. They need to get out, and that's what I've been doing. And of course, I always share the opportunity, the opportunity and the products with them, because I know some of them are in pain. They've got inflammation, aches. And, you know, I have a recent lady, she's 88 years old. She's been on Cell-Deverity for many months right now. I'm proud to say that her doctor, after testing, has said she's no longer needs her blood pressure pills at 88 years old. And she's working at, she's feeling healthier, and she's actually reduced her smoking by about half of what she does. And her goal is now to quit at 88 years old. So, you know, this is what it's about. But every day, more than anything, there is such an influx of negative messages that are out there, and it's important to keep that positive mindset. And so you've got to feed your mind. And, you know, for me, the important thing is keeping the faith, number one, right? Keeping those positive messages, the inspirational messages that are going to be really strong, and feed your mind with that every day, and keeping positive. Throughout Tammy's breakthrough program, she's mentioned many books. And that's what I've taken some time to look at. One that really sticks in my mind is Win the Hour, Win the Day. So I have been really power focusing an hour at a time, because I can get very distracted with the chats coming in, with a lot of things that are happening. And so I really focus for an hour at a time, and that has helped me so much. So thank you so much for sharing that. And maybe, Tammy, we can send a list on, you know, the group of some really good reading material, because I think that would be really, really helpful. And The other thing too is not only reading, but if you do have some time, you just want to chill out for the evening. There's some really great movies that are very inspirational, and a couple that have Facing the Giant was a really great movie, as well as the Secretariat. But you want to look at them early in the evening, because otherwise you're going to want to conquer the world and you're not going to be able to get any sleep. So I highly recommend these kind of movies. Just keep your mindset where it needs to be. And I do a lot of work on the LinkedIn platform. So I've been really doing some different things on that. I've been doing regular posts on a daily basis. People seeing what I'm doing, they've been connecting back to me, which has been fantastic, with new people, and also learning new things on the platform. So I'm kind of specializing and expanding my reach on that particular platform. So I'm finding that that's helping and bringing a lot of people to me that I would never have gotten to before. So that's been very helpful. Within your own organization, I mean, first and foremost, just make sure that everybody's okay, that they're fine, and get connected with them. They're really going through a tough time. So it's about reconnecting with your organization. Is that, well, not surprising, but there's a lot of people that may have lost their jobs, or not sure if they're planning on if their workforce is going to be, if they're going to have their job when they come back. So there's a lot of worry, a lot of concern out there, a lot of uncertainty. So it's interesting, because I have associates that are now coming back and saying this is the situation as well. And I realize more than ever, residual income is where it is at, where you can build a global business from home. And a lot of people are loving it. I'm sure a lot of people do not want to go back to work. They're loving it, and they want to stay and find a solution that's at home that they can do, and build a global business with wonderful global support and love from people. I mean, you just cannot find that in these jobs a lot of times this day and age. So another thing is that, the leaders have all created great tools that have made it so easy to do the business. And even Max itself, if you look on the blogs, they've got now content that you could post, or you could be a part of Motivational Mondays, Wednesday Wellness, Financial Fridays, right? So this is content. You don't have to think about content. There's content already there that you can post and share amongst your team. So that's really great and helpful. And also to reach within your organization. They're attached to associations, they're attached to groups, and get a part of that. Do that digital marketing. Try and get in front of many, many people at one time, and be able to build your organization tenfold in this time. And we have a captive audience. People are at home. Once they get back, and some will and some won't, they're going to be very, very busy trying to manage how to readjust, and the stress and the pressures of that, which makes our products even more important. So the way I see it, we can be part of the problem, or we can be part of the solution, offering a solution where people can really strengthen their immune system. They can stay healthy during a lot of these times. They can share that with other people, and also to a financial opportunity, so they can build their wealth, not for money, but build their wealth around the world. So, be that leader, be a strong Max woman, be confident, be driving every single day. Do not give up, just keep on going. So I want to wish everybody a happy Mother's Day tomorrow, just to let everyone have a beautiful day. And I'd like to introduce our next speaker, which is Lucie Caron. She is a gorgeous, beautiful lady inside and out. I've known her for many, many years. She's a founding member of Max International. She's a platinum associate, and she predominantly does a lot of work in Africa. That is her passion. That's where her soul is. And so please, Lucie, let's all welcome Lucie to the platform. Lucie?
Thank you, Kelly. So you have got already many tips, and so I will tell you a bit about me and give you some insights. So I hope it will help. So when I was 5 years old, I wanted to work in Africa. Mm-hmm. So I worked 42 years in a career, mostly in administration and health project manager, including 25 years in Africa in 9 different countries. including 2 years in humanitarian work in Angola and Sudan. So when Tammy told me about Max International, I already knew about glutathione, the importance of glutathione. I joined the same night. So this was in 2007, and I was 57 years old then. I was single mom with 2 teenagers, and my mother was in her 90s. So at that period, I was working full time, and I was in charge of a health project to control the epidemic in 5 countries in West Africa. So where I was traveling twice a year to control the project for the supervision. So my belief and my passion was so strong that I was talking to everybody I knew, mostly were doctors or from the medical, and most of them were from, they were very interested by this technology. So this is the way I start my business in Africa, mostly in the French country, of course. So when my health project stopped in 2011, no, in 2001, I was wondering how I would manage to go to traveling, continue to traveling in Africa, because my project was not there anymore. So that was driving me very much, and I started to work seriously on the Max business. So as soon as 2013, no, yeah, it finished in 2011. So in 2013, with my Max commission, I start to go back in Africa with my commission. And I was going to Benin, to Togo, Ivory Coast, and I went also for the opening of Max in Ghana in 2014. So I was building and supporting my teams, and I never stopped since. I go there at least twice a year for 5-6 weeks at the time. So I am now 70 years old. The Max project keep me going with energy and drive. It keeps me healthy and young. At least that's what I feel in my head. And I will continue as long as I can. So here is what I want to tell you. Let's think about it. What is the real matter of life? At what age do we expect to die? We have no time to lose. My mother died at 101. 2 brothers of mine died in their 20s. We don't know when. We have to drive this business now. We must not wait. So what will we still be doing when we will be 90 years old that will keep our mind alive? That's, they said that our goal changed with the age. I have reached 70 years old. That is serious in my mind. I don't want to change anything, but it changed a lot because it's sure that you are moving. You don't want to stop. And I want, because you need to keep healthy. And the Max product it gives me that. It's sure that I'm doing other things. I eat well. I go to the gym now. It misses me a lot not to go. I should do like Olga to do it at home, but I actually keep walking. I walk a lot. So many people don't think about the old age, but whatever you age now, do think about it now. So one of our real gift that Max gave us is the residual income. It's such a release in our life. So I have a paper here. I will tell you some facts. So the residual income is like earning interest with the money you put at the bank. So some people say, $200, it's a bit, it's very, very little. A little, you think? If you want to get $200 interest every month, from the money you put at the bank, you will need to put $48,000 to get interest with $200 US every month. That's almost $300 Canadian. That's not a lot? That's a lot. Because many people will earn $200 in the 2-3 first months they join Max easily. If you want to earn $1,000 interest from the money you put at the bank at 5%, you need to have at the bank $240,000. And what about $10,000 a month? If you want to earn $10,000 a month from the money you put at the bank at 5%, if you find a place where you get 5%, tell me, I will put some money there too. You will need to have $2,400,000 US at the bank. So let's start with $200 and let's grow some thousand as you wish, as depend of the work you are ready to do. So we have heard all kinds of excuses. There are so many excuses around us. I have heard them all. So I want to tell you one thing we need to do this business. It takes a decision, the decision to start. So decide, commit, and do it with consistency, as long as it takes to achieve your goal. Since the last 3 years, even missing one day, I have a group for my team in Africa where I put a posting every day. Every day. It is for inspiration, for information, or motivation. I didn't miss one. And I know that people are still continuing because of this, of what I do every day. Sometimes it's at 10 o'clock in the evening. I said, my goodness, my posting. So, and sometimes I prepare things. Sometimes I see things in English. I translate it in French. But because there are much less information and training in English, in French than English. So Max is a mission of contribution in order to reach our full potential. To reach our full potential is a full responsibility for ourselves. And this is a full-time life goal to do. So we can do as long we want. I am platinum. I am there since 13 years. I'm not diamond, but I don't cry about it because it will come when times comes. But when we just continue, and you don't need to be diamond to make money. You can make money when you are silver, when you are gold and platinum, and you can continue to do your thing at your rhythm, and also following the people you have in your team. So there is coronavirus today. And yes, it is difficult. And some people, it's more difficult than others. But we all know it will pass. And more than ever, just like Kelly just said, the world is such in need of our product and our opportunity. Take the decision and don't dismiss. In our 90s, with computer and constant new skill, we will still doing it. I will still doing it, keeping contact with the beautiful people we will have met all around those years before, and because that's part of the greatness of this business is all the people we meet and the relationship that we create with those people. It's dear to our heart, and when we see them succeed and their life changing, it's our best reward. So we can all do it, and let's go. And I want to finish before I conclude. So coronavirus showing very heroic people around the globe. So are we a hero? So this is something from Tony Robbins, and he said a hero is anyone who devotes their life to contribution, anyone who is inspired to set an example, anyone who feels guided to serve something greater than themselves. What we do actually is an example. And some people, when they connect with you, when they will think, even when we will be dead, they will think, she was so an awesome person. She was helping so many people. I want to do the same. And we must not neglect the importance of the example that we are doing. So I will transfer the call, the word to Tammy. Are you ready to meet the Canadian Queen? So Tammy is my sponsor, my mentor, my friend. After over 20 years in network marketing, she has passed over all the challenge, all the fears, and developed such a strong posture and determination to guide each and every person in this planet ready to move on. She's co-author of the book Freedom Formula, so where she introduced all the key points to break the circle of poverty in the world through network marketing. Tammy, we can't wait to hear your word of wisdom.
Oh my gosh, you've all shared so much valuable information. I hope you guys are taking notes. I get to work with all these incredible ladies and so many more, which we will expand on and do more of these Zoom presentations, and we'll take turns interviewing people. But there's so much that we can all learn from each other. And if there's anything that I could share with all of you is humble yourself and learn, because we can learn from children. We can learn from teenagers. We can learn from everybody. The elderly have so much more experience and wisdom. So humble yourself to learn. And another thing is self-care. I can't express that enough. I remember I did a lot of that growing up. I was an athlete. You know, when you're younger, everything's about you, right? So you're doing all of these things, and then all of a sudden you're married. Now it's about you and your spouse, and then you have children, and now it's all about the kids. You guys know what I'm talking about. And then you tend to lose yourself often in life. And you gotta take care of yourself and don't lose yourself, because you are the most important person. I can't stress that enough. And I remember looking in the mirror years ago thinking that I wasn't enough. Anybody relate to that? I wasn't enough. Even though I was doing a lot of great things, I didn't have that self-confidence that a lot of people had you know, around me. And I had to build that. So if you can relate to that right now, let me introduce you to a book that helped me tremendously. I always refer books because you know, you're gonna learn to grow personally through reading. And I've been doing that for a long time. I'll just randomly pick up a book. I don't know if you've ever done that. Just randomly pick up a book, open it up, and you start reading, and that's exactly what you needed to hear right now in the moment. It happens all the time. But the one book that has literally transformed me was Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. Oh, I hated this book. I would read it and it was literally speaking to me. I would throw it against the wall. I'd start crying. I'd go grab it and I'd read it again. But that's what I needed to hear for me to get to the next level. So what is it going to take for you to get to the next level? What is it going to take for you to take that next step? Understand you are enough now. You need to know that. You are special, you are enough now, but there's always space to grow and learn and to become better. But be grateful for where you are right now, who you are right now, and take those steps and leaps of faith to get to the next level as well. You know, I love what you shared, Lucy. You know, we need to take control now, because we don't know where we're going to be tomorrow. None of us. You know, we don't know. We can only take control of what we do right now in the moment. And that's why I like to teach a lot about mindset, because we have all of our power right now. We can't change what happened yesterday. It's gone. We can't change what happened a minute ago, a second ago. It's already gone. We can only make better choices right now, and obviously set goals for the future. But we're not in the future. We can only make these steps grow right now. So that's why I like to do a lot of strategy planning in building my business. I like to spend the 15 minutes the night before to set my day for the following day. I also do monthly strategies, which is very important, because if you don't set a strategy and a goal that you want to accomplish, your whole day is going to go by, your whole week is going to go by. You know what I'm talking about, because we've all been there. Your month goes by and it's like, what happened? What happened? Well, you don't know, because you didn't have a plan. Okay, so you gotta plan your life. You really do. If you want things to grow in your life, you need to set strategy plans. No matter what it is, whether it's nutrition, whether it's fitness, whether it's a goal on mentoring, whatever it is that you want to do to become better at, you need to work on it. And that's my advice to all of you today. We all want to have success in our business. We all want to have momentum in our businesses. We all want to make more money so we can do greater things in our lives. We can be able to contribute more. Whatever it is that you're passionate about, you can do more of. Okay, but it starts with you, and you need to take that step. You need to set that goal. You need to move towards it. I personally, as a network marketing professional, every day I set goals on how many people I need to connect with new every single day. Who am I going to connect with? Now that we're all on social media, guess what? There's billions of people to talk to. I hope you understand that. People limit themselves so much, and there's so many people that are silently suffering, so many worldwide. How can you impact that person's life? Connect with them. Jazz, you said it. Build that relationship with them. Find out what's going on in their lives. Have a normal conversation. Don't write out a script of something you want to say to somebody. It doesn't work, okay? Just be yourself. Be your best self and serve. And the more people that you can impact, the more your life will be impacted in so many ways. And I'm not just talking about money, you guys. The best feeling that I've ever got was the impact we've made on people's lives worldwide. We've walked into countries and we've seen things that most people would never see. And I don't even want to repeat some of the things that I've seen that broke my heart. And I know that we have something with Max that can make a difference for these people. The reason I know is because we're doing it worldwide. We're doing it worldwide, one person at a time. If you can impact one person and that person catches the vision and their health is impacted and they've started to earn some money to build their belief, guess what they're going to do? They're going to go and impact somebody's life, so on and so forth. And this is the power of duplication. This is a power of impact. We are all entrepreneurs, I'm guessing, that are looking at this today. And those of you who are not entrepreneurs and just work for somebody else, understand, I don't like to say that, but you're just a number. I've been a number before. And I decided years ago that I was not going to be a number. I was going to take control of my life. I didn't want to be like my parents and have to work jobs. Actually, my father was an entrepreneur, but you know, people in my family are working jobs, and I didn't want to be that person that was dependent on somebody else's decisions. Take control of your life, even if you do it one step at a time. I'm telling you, your life can change in a year from now if you take control of your life. And I know we've went over time. So much incredible information. Jess, I know you got your hand up. Go ahead.
I forgot to add one thing, and no one's mentioned it, so if I can please just add one thing,
Yes.
and that is that the third thing that I have been doing that is working phenomenally is using the webinars. ActiveTeamCalendar.com. Go on there. We have webinars that have been pre-recorded. They are on there so many times throughout the week. For those of you that are new, or for those of you that are in Max already for a while, plug into these webinars. I've had these one-on-one coffee chats with people, found out what mattered in their life. They went on the webinar, and as soon as that webinar was over, it's like, I'm in. That was it. It was just what solidified it. It makes them understand that there's a support system, that it's real, that everything that you said to them, they've now heard it and had it validated through another source, and that they don't have to have all the information. It's there. So please use the webinars. I didn't mention that, and I just want to put that in there for everyone to implement that in building their business. The whole system is there. And thank you to Tammy for letting me interject. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. So have an awesome weekend, everybody. Happy Mother's Day to all the amazing moms. And if you're not a mom out there, happy Mother's Day to your moms and your grandmas. And have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. Thank you for everything that all of you guys have contributed, ladies have contributed to today's presentation. And love you guys, love all of you. We really miss you a lot. We can't wait to start traveling again and spending time with everybody back in Canada on quarantine for 14 days. But after that, we'll be able to connect. Okay, so have an awesome one, everybody. Bye, love you.
Bye.
Bye now.